Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MJS Coaching Football. To my subscribers, I thank you. Non-subscribers, I'm really hoping to tease you into pushing that button. This past fall was my 38th year coaching football, and I was a defensive coordinator. But over that time, I've also been an offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, longtime head coach, and all of this at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I just want to go over with you what we just simply call defending run schemes, and this is an introduction. Okay, how in R3-4 we defend against various run schemes, and this will be just an introduction as to essentially, the philosophy behind how we defend various run schemes. Okay, so I'm going to go over those key terms with you here first. And then over here, I'm not going to diagram any specific run schemes. I'm just going to go over a few things with you relative to how our defense is structured and organized. We think to simplify the process for our players, we have a very simple mantra. To get our players to play fast with their feet, we got them to be able to play fast up here. Okay? So that's what I'm going to utilize this portion of the board for when in the presentation. Okay? So the first term that we have simply is surface. Okay? For us, there is a three-man surface or there's a two-man surface. And up here, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, guard, tackle, tight end. That's a three-man surface. Guard, tackle, two-man surface, right? Even if it's unbalanced, guard, tight end, it's still two-man surface. The center is a part of both surfaces, okay? So that's what we mean. So, okay, it starts there. And that's how we present it to our players, okay? The second thing is, and we're huge on this, before we even teach tackling, we teach our guys pursuit. The proper technique in pursuit, the proper angles of pursuit, and big part of it, what their responsibility is within pursuit itself. We have what we call force, spill, fold, overlap, and game savers. Those are the 5. And that doesn't include backside defenders in the box, okay? So we teach our guys not only the proper way to pursue, the angles when you're in the backside versus when you're on the play side, okay? But if you have force, how do you pursue versus spill, fold, overlap, and game saver? Huge. And believe it or not, regardless of the run scheme you're trying to defend, pursuit's going to end up being a part of it, okay? Another key to us here, number 3, the fact that there are 3 levels of defense, okay? And which of these defenders are what we would call box defenders, okay? So for us, and I don't mind going back and forth when need be here for the diagram, this would be the first level, right? Those defenders on the line of scrimmage. Second level, right? Inside linebackers typically. And then third level are usually your safeties. Corners, depending on their depth, can be a part of the second or the third levels. Okay, but those are the 3 levels of defense. So right now, right, this is a 2-back formation. I'm not drawing anything up here scheme-wise. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4 gaps. 1, 2, 3 gaps. We have 7 gaps, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defenders in the box. So that automatically impacts how you defend any kind of run scheme that you might see. Right? So these are the things that go into it. So a lot more than just the offensive guy does this, so we do that. You got to have a foundation. Okay? At least that's what we believe. Part of what we'll be doing as time goes on are the different reads and techniques that we teach our guys. And we try and be consistent, okay, because I don't want to have to teach 89 different reads and 89 different techniques when the reality is you don't have 89 different reads or 89 different techniques, right? So you got to classify things just as we do with our families, right? Plug Blitz family, Go Blitz family, etc. So non-subscribers have to push the button. We try and do the same when it comes to reads and techniques, defending run schemes. Okay? And then ultimately, this is a huge part of it as well. What's our odd front philosophy? That will without question impact how you defend a run scheme, whatever it might be. Ours, we start off with 11:30. What time is it? 11:30. What time is it? 11:30. What that means is 11 of the ball and 3 and out. We're always working to get 11 of the ball and 3 and out. And the way we can do that is we're a one gap front. And we say, you defend your gap. The ball wasn't there. Now you're pursuing, depending on if you were a spill, fold, etc., and your job's never done until you get to the football. So you add all this up, one of the ways we're always running around like 11 screaming memes, as my old high school coach would say, right, is that's our philosophy. We don't, I got my gap. No, you're not done. Okay, good. Didn't go through your gap. Did you pursue to the football, right? So in addition to that, we're a spill team. We're trying to get everything going sideways. Try not to let anything hit north and south. Force it sideways, what we say, east and west. The end zone is that way, so we're trying to send the ball this way toward the sideline. That, too, will impact how you defend a run scheme. All right, our +1 philosophy, whether it's in the box or the perimeter, how do we get an additional guy either into the box or onto the perimeter? Again, that will affect how you defend a run scheme. Okay, our alignment rules are constant. Boom, done. As you'll see, and non-subscribers, if you push the button, go to my base fronts on the whiteboard playlist, and you'll see all that in the introduction, and then as I go through each front. And then because the alignment rules are constant, we're what we call self-adjusting defense. We teach our guys how to adjust to the formation in terms of lining up, which will affect the pursuit. Who has force? Now who's a spill? Who's a fold, overlap, game, right? There you go. See, everything here connects and impacts how we defend a run scheme. So up here, okay, again, I went through first level, second level, third level. Some of the run schemes, examples that I have in the playlist. Inside zone, which is obviously a zone scheme. Power Y, which is a gap scheme. Triple option, and then the triple option's all about slot blocks, okay? So there are multiple presentations on the triple option as there are in the wing T. Huge gap down schemes, right? Pulls. What do you do when they're doing false pulls, etc., etc.? Split zone, and then da-da-da-da. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on, depending on if the tight end's off, etc. So all of these things over here will affect how we defend these various run schemes. Okay? So that is the introduction, in fact, on how we defend various run schemes. So as I said at the beginning to my subscribers, I thank you. Non-subscribers, I hope I teased you into pushing that button. To everybody, please, questions, reach out to me, CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com. I want to thank you for watching MJS Coaching Football, and I want to thank YouTube for providing this platform.